All over the world, there are 6 million people who call themselves Freemasons and believe they are spreading the light, but they are actually very much afraid of the light. This film tells about what kind of light and how these emissaries of JaBulOn are spreading it and how it affects us. In 1446, William St. Clair began building Roslin Chapel in Roslin, a village south of Edinburgh, which eventually became a real Masonic lodge. It was actually the headquarters of the Knights Templar, also called the Temple of Yahweh. In 1480, the chapel was completed under the direction of Oliver St. Clair, now called Sinclair. In due time, the Scottish family Sinclair created a Masonic system of its own. Sir William Sinclair became the first Grand Master of Scotland in 1736. He was connected to the secret order Prière de Sion. On Friday, the 13th of October, 1307, several Knights Templar were arrested in France, including the Grand Master of the order, Jacques Bernard de Molay. Jacques de Molay was sentenced to life imprisonment, but he claimed that his order was innocent. He was burned at the stake on Ile Saint-Louis in the Seine near Notre Dame on the evening of the 18th of March, 1314. Many Knights Templar fled to Scotland, where they preserved the secrets of their order and infiltrated the existing guilds. In 1420, the band Knights Templar founded a lodge in Scotland, where they established their international headquarters. The Knights Templar bided their time to found the so-called Scottish Freemasonry. On the 9th of January 1599, some Knights Templar founded the lodge at Have in Scotland. On July the 31st of the same year, another lodge was founded in Edinburgh. The infiltration of the lodges of the operative Freemasons thus began relatively early. In the beginning of the 1540s, English craft guilds began for economic reasons to accept passive members that did not have a builder's background, such as bankers, merchants, landowners, magicians and scholars. These people greatly desired to belong to a Masonic lodge, despite the fact that they lacked the background. The original Freemasons opened their first lodge in York in northern England as early as 926, with the Roman Collegia Fabrorum as prototype. In the lodges of the Freemasons, journeymen were instructed in the complicated secrets of medieval architecture. In 1375, a document, which was later found in the London City Archives, described the Freemasons as craftsmen, whose movements were not restricted by the feudal lords. Instead, they were free to travel around the country and even around the continent. In 1703, the lodges began to officially accept non-Masons, and in 1714, the accepted Freemasons founded their own Grand Lodge of York in England. Modern accepted Freemasonry began in Westminster in central London on the 24th of June 1717, when the United Grand Lodge of England was created by the merger of 4 smaller lodges. June 24th is the holy day of John the Baptist. This took place at the Goose and Gridiron by St. Paul's Cathedral. London thereafter became the headquarters of a secret organization which grew ever larger. Manipulating Freemasonry had begun its advance. The Grand Lodge in London became the mother lodge of the world. Today, Freemasons Hall is located in Great Queen Street in the Covent Garden district. The Freemasons Hall is the central meeting place for the 8,600 Masonic lodges in the United Kingdom. Above one of the columns outside Freemasons Hall in London, there is a symbol of Masonic global power, the globe wrapped in a net. It is also noteworthy that the communists practiced dragging their captured enemies in huge nets, which occurred, for instance, in 1940 in the Baltic states. Above the main entrance to Freemasons Hall can be seen the Masonic motto for their power, AUDI, VIDE, TACE, which is Latin for hearken, gain insight, be tacit. This means that the brothers who obey and remain silent about the secret plans of the Grand Masters gain insight into what is really happening in the world. Another inscription, now in Hebrew, above the main entrance, reveals their ideological origin, KADOSH LE ADONAI, holy for Yahweh. These words were originally written on the mitre of the Chief Rabbi. In the Torah, this mitre is called hakodesh, which means the holy crown.